At WWDC 2023, Apple showcased the brand new iOS 17, we also got iPadOS 17, macOS 14 Sonoma, and we also got watchOS 10, and we also got many other enhancements too on software related kind of bits and pieces from them. The Apple ecosystem continues to grow and get better and better every year, and with the integration of apps on all three of their major OSs and they just work all together, it's really a great time, if you haven't done so already, to join the Apple ecosystem. But along with that, there's also other great apps out there, like Pulseway for example, will allow you to monitor and manage your Mac devices, and also you can monitor and manage your devices on the go on these different devices too, what is really great. And today I want to dive in a little bit deeper, talking about the great integration what Pulseway has with the latest versions of, say, macOS 14, iOS 17 and iPadOS 17, and also tell you how Pulseway can really help you on other devices too, including some Windows devices that we will talk about a little bit further on into this video. And with that, let's dive in. To fully understand Apple's ecosystem, we've got to recognize how seamlessly everything just works together. Take some AirPods for example. I can register my AirPods on my iPhone with iOS 17 if I wanted to, and once it's registered, I can take my iPad out for example, and they'll just work on this. Also at the same time as well, if I wanted to, I could just put them in, and if I'm on my MacBook Pro for example, they'll just work with that too. And I can just switch between all of these devices whenever I want with my AirPods. The great thing is there's no extra setup or anything like that. You just set them up once on one of these devices and that's it. They just work across the whole Apple ecosystem that you own right now. Now, imagine this. Imagine that you were an IT professional and you had the responsibility of looking after all of these different devices, and also that you wanted to check on different devices on the go. This is where Pulseway can come in. With that full integration, just like we have here on these three devices, you can do exactly the same with Pulseway. On the go, you can monitor and manage different devices if you're out and about, and also you don't have to carry around, say, a MacBook with you all the time, or you don't have to have an iPad with you all the time, or an iPhone. You can switch between any of these devices seamlessly, and it's really cool to do so. So, for example, I have the ability to monitor Mac computers. I've also got Time Machine backups, Apple servers. I've also got a NAS as well, and I can monitor all of these devices on the go, no matter whatever mobile device I want to take out with me. Back on the Apple ecosystems, apps like Notes for example, and reminders, and even the ability of phone calls can actually be answered on any of these three devices here. And it's the same with Pulseway. So for example, the Pulseway app that I have here on my phone, I don't actually have to get alerts just say on my MacBook to tell me what's going on. I can get those alerts seamlessly across all three of these devices at the same time. So for example, I can get alerts and also manage my devices just on my iPhone, like I've got here, where I've got my 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I've also got my other MacBook Pro here too. The Pulseway app allows me to monitor critical systems in real time, receive instant alerts, and resolve issues remotely with just a few taps. You can even do crazy things like remotely access devices to perform updates or check on system performance on your Mac computers. So I'm not putting down the MacBook Air, but for example, the MacBook Air is a completely silent design, and you don't really want a user kind of throttling it and overheating the device because, you know, it's not good for it. But the great thing is you can set up an alert to appear on your phone or any of your devices to tell you about that, for example. This is all integrated into the Pulseway dashboard, and as much as looking at heat and things like this, I can look at the CPU usage, disk space, and also network performance. I can even customize the dashboard to exactly the way that I want it, and also I can just get the information that I need and what matters to me. But Pulseway's integration goes even further than just having your iPhone. Let's give an example. Let's say you were in an important meeting and you weren't really allowed to look at your phone, but let's say you actually had an Apple Watch, for example, and you can get notifications to ping up on your actual Apple Watch to tell you what is going on. on. With this, you'll be able to be informed about critical events, server outages, or performance issues whilst attending meetings. But the notifications can also tell you that if something is going on, it's not that critical to look at. You don't have to grab out your phone or another device to check what's going on. Your watch can just basically tell you, if there's an actual incident, what's not actually that bad, and just something that you need to keep an eye on. But let's say if there was a problem that you did actually have to look into and you didn't have access, say, to your MacBook or your desktop, what you can do is you can whip out your iPad and basically monitor and manage everything on a far larger screen. The Pulseway app is really powerful on the iPad, and it gives you that same level of control and access to your systems as you would say have on a desktop computer or a desktop Mac or even a MacBook. It's like having a command center at your fingertips regardless of your location. Then for those moments when you're back at your desk, then you can actually log into Pulseway on your MacBook or on your Mac and get that full desktop experience. Pulseway Manager for Mac offers advanced controls over your IT infrastructure. From one centralized location, you can manage those multiple systems, deploy updates, and execute custom scripts effortlessly. The familiar macOS interface combined with Pulseway's capabilities bring unparalleled convenience to your IT management workflow. So moving on to other ecosystems out there, and some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed it looks completely different here. And that's right, this is a Samsung ecosystem, well, a good part of a Samsung ecosystem. So we have here, say, the Galaxy S23, we also have the S8 Tab Ultra, I believe that's what the name is, and also we also have one of those Galaxy Books too. And the thing is, as much as, let's say for example, Samsung introduced software or overlays on top of Android for both of these devices here, and also the software on top of Windows, it is really good. And to be honest, they're normally one of the first to integrate a lot of these sort of hardware bits and pieces. So I always remember, for example, Samsung Galaxies were the first to actually have sort of wireless sort of capabilities or wireless charging capabilities way before iPhones. I know there were other manufacturers before even Samsung, but just generally Samsung versus Apple, they were first. But the great thing is that, for example, Apple built on that. They did put in wireless capabilities or wireless charge capability, but we now have MagSafe, what is even a far more advancement on what we have with standard wireless charging. And this is what Apple do. So for example, we do have that brand new Vision Pro that's coming out early 2024, and we do have VR headsets out there. But I just have that feeling that the Vision Pro will fully work really well with the Apple ecosystem, and also at the same time that other competitors, it will have to go up to the bar that Apple are going to set going forwards into the future. By pushing boundaries, you can also get Pulseway to set up automation to set up daily tasks of monitoring and managing your devices. You can use the scripting engine built into Pulseway to run scripts on Apple devices and Pulseway's API integration so you can orchestrate complex sequences, automate maintenance routines, and ensure your systems are always up to date and also secure. And talking about security, Pulseway fully integrates with Apple's all great security bits and pieces. So for example, you can add that extra layer of Face ID, for example, and also you can set up two-way authentication too. With this, you can rest easy knowing that your data and information, like sensitive information, is secure to industry standard security encryption. I have to say this right now, that as we come to the end of this video, that the integration of Pulseway and Apple devices is just a match made in heaven. Everything just seamlessly works. If you're used to that kind of seamlessly working effort, if you've on the Apple ecosystem now, that you know that if you just pick up an iPad or pick up an iPhone or pick up a Mac, that everything just works. With Pulseway, it's exactly the same. And like I've already discussed with you, all of those different features of managing and monitoring, it just makes life so much easier that you know you can just get an Apple device with Pulseway, go out and about, enjoy your day, and just get alerts, say, on your Apple Watch, on your devices, and also that you can pick up any of these devices to manage, push down updates, run a script, or even edit a script, and also monitor your devices at the same time. It is absolutely fantastic. So, if you really want to try out Pulseway, what I'd highly recommend that you do check out the link that I'm putting up right now, and this will take you through to Pulseway, and you can try out Pulseway for absolutely free. And I'll also be putting this in my description too of this video below. And with that, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button, and if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.